Hello everyone, my name is Nguyen Son Long. I'm from class 883, Tanjung Secondary School, Vilian Commune, Bac Giang Province. Have you ever wondered how would you decide whether you should pick up a book or not, especially in the case of a memoir or an autobiography? There is a number of such books available in the market, and it is really becoming harder to pick one. And I remember that day when I was looking for a good book to read, when my eyes came across this book by David Goggins. What piqued my attention wasn't the cover, but the title of the book. It is really possible to grab someone's attention by choosing a good name for your book. And that day, David won. Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds is a book written by David Goggins, a retired Navy SEAL, and is also the only member of the U.S. Armed Forces to complete SEAL training, Army Ranger School, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller training. He's also a former Guinness World Record holder for completing 4,030 pull-ups in 17 hours. And he has completed over 70 endurance races, regularly placing in the top 5. This book is his autobiography, describing the early days of his life with abuse and discrimination, up until his numerous achievements in the Army and sports. Can't Hurt Me was published in 2018 and was 7 years in the making. His life story is captivating and reads like a fictional novel at times. There is a ton of good in this book, and it is motivational. It will make you want to run through a wall by the time you're done reading it. David starts the book by going through his early childhood in the first chapter with brutal honesty. It wasn't good, and David was really lucky that his mother took the action that she took to get away from his father. But that sets up the fact that even those born in the worst of the worst circumstances can overcome a lot. David's mental health was so bad as a teenager that he couldn't focus, didn't know, and could barely read. And yet, Goggins came over everything. And his life is a true inspiration for others. At the end of each chapter, David lays out a challenge for each of us to take from his life. Each of us can face our own demons. Each of us can work our asses off to be better. And David shows us how with concrete evidence. Here are the challenges each of us can take on, whether you read this book or not. Challenge 1. Limiting factors. What are the current factors limiting your growth and success? Write them all down in minute detail and don't be bland. Challenge number 2. Accountability mirror. Write all your insecurities, all your dreams, all your goals on post-its and tag them on your accountability mirror. Challenge 3. Get uncomfortable. Write down all the things that make you uncomfortable, things you don't like. Now go and do one of them. Then do it again. Challenge 4. Taking souls. Choose any competitive situation you're in right now. A boss, a teacher, coach, a client, etc. Now earn their respect with excellence. Challenge number 5. Armored mind. Choose any obstacle in your way, or set a new goal and visualize overcoming or achieving it. Challenge 6. Cookie jar. Write down every achievement and life obstacles you've overcome. Even things like quit smoking, came over depression, or a stutter. Then use that list as your cookie jar when you need a pick-me-up and reminder that you're a badass. Challenge 7. Remove the governor. Push past your stopping point, whether you're running on a treadmill or doing a set of push-ups. Get to the point where you're so tired and in pain that your mind is begging you to stop and just push 5 to 10% more. Challenge 8. Log your time. This is a 3-week challenge. Week 1 is to keep track of your time. Then analyze your week and trim off the fat. Week 2 is to build the optimal schedule. And week 3 is just to optimize it some more. Challenge 9. Uncommon against uncommon. Torch the complicity you feel gathering around you. Continue to put obstacles before you because that is where you will find the friction to grow stronger. And challenge 10. Face your failures. Start by writing down all your failures, all the good things that came from your failures. Be detailed and generous with yourself. Did it affect your life and relationships? How so? Now, go back and make a list of things you can fix, but don't be soft or generous. Be brutally honest. Lastly, study them and schedule redos for anything that makes sense. In Can't Hurt Me, David lays out his life story with all the hardship he faced and how he came stronger for it. With this book, he doesn't just offer short-term motivation, but rather a deep shift in your mindset that will help you achieve your fullest potential, as long as you're willing to put in the work. After reading this book, I finally understand what was wrong with my mentality, and I can safely say that I now have a new attitude towards life and achieving my goals. Now I understand what it takes to live up to my fullest potential. I highly recommend you all read this book because it is worth its weight in gold. Anyways, go read this book and start changing yourself. Bye!